Assalamu alaikum everybody. Our lesson today is talking about classifying triangles. But before knowing how to classify the triangles, let's know the types of the angles, which are shown here. The first angle, of course, you remember that there are three types of angles, or there are four, but only here we need three. The first angle, which is shown here, is called acute angle, which measures less than 90 degrees. And the second angle, which is that one, is called right angle, which measures exactly 90 degrees. Like, what did you take in grade 4? I think that you remember. Okay, and the third angle, which is that one, which is bigger than the right angle, which is open more than the right angle, which is called obtuse angle, and measures, yes, more than 90 degrees. So firstly, guys, I want you to know those angles very well, because we will classify the triangles according to those angles, and that's the first classification. But before taking the classification according to the angles, let's know that there are two classifications. Yes, the first classification according to the sides of the triangle. So according to the sides of the triangle, there are three types of the triangle. The first one is called equilateral triangle. The second one is called isosceles triangle. And the third one is called scalene triangle. What is the meaning of equilateral triangle, guys? Equi comes from the word equal. That means all of the sides of the triangle are same. So if all of the triangles of the if all of the sides of the triangle are same, if all of the sides have the same length, so this triangle is going to be named as an equilateral triangle. So what is the definition? What is the meaning of equilateral? Yes, I'm going to name a triangle as an equilateral triangle if all the sides of the triangle have the same length, like the shown one here. The second one, isosceles triangle. What about isosceles, guys? Only two sides are same. So for the isosceles triangle, there are two sides only are same, or at least two sides are same. So if there are at least two sides are same in the triangle, so that triangle is going to be named as an isosceles triangle, like the shown one here. Here, there's a question, guys. There's a tricky question here. Someone can say, yes, for the equilateral triangle, because there are three sides are same. So I can say that the equilateral triangle can be isosceles triangle. Yes, for sure. Because of what? He said here at least two sides have the same length for the isosceles triangle. And that condition exactly is in the equilateral triangle. So in the equilateral triangle, there are two sides are same. So I can say the equilateral triangle can be isosceles triangle, but of course the isosceles triangle cannot be equilateral, because in the isosceles triangle only two sides are same, and in the equilateral triangle all of the sides are same. After that, scalene triangle. What about the scalene triangle, guys? No sides are same. All of the sides are different in length. So if all of the sides are different in length, that triangle is going to be named as, yes, a scalene triangle, like that triangle. Do you see? Just look at all of those sides. Of course, all of them are not same. All of them are different in length. So that triangle is going to be named as a scalene triangle. Okay. Let's other classification according to the angles, according to the angle measures. As I said to you before, that there are three angles we have to know. The first angle is called right angle, which measures exactly 90 degrees. The second angle, which is called acute angle, which is open less than the right, which measures less than 90 degrees. And the third angle, which is obtuse angle, which is open more the right, which measures more than 90 degrees. So what is the classification of the triangles according to the angles? Exactly like those angles. Okay, so the first classification is acute triangle, or the first type of the triangles is called acute triangle, and the second one is called right triangle, and the third one is also called obtuse triangle. What about the acute triangle, guys? How do you know that this triangle is gonna be named as an acute triangle if all of the angles of that triangle are acute? So the acute triangle has three acute angles. So again, what is the definition of the acute triangle? Yes, it has three acute angles, like that one. What about the right triangle? Yes, if there is only one right angle in the triangle, so that triangle is going to be named as a right triangle, like the shown one here. So the right triangle has one right angle. What about the other angles, guys, in the right triangle? Yes, will be acute angles. So in the right triangle, there is only one angle right, and the other angles will be acute angles. What about the obtuse angle? The obtuse angle only has one obtuse angle. Again, What about the obtuse triangle? The obtuse triangle has only one obtuse angle, but the other angles are acute. So for the obtuse triangle, has one obtuse and two acute angles like that triangle. Okay, let's take some questions, or let's solve the questions in the book according to what did I say now. Question number one, he said, can a right triangle have an obtuse angle? Why or why not? Of course, guys, cannot be. Why cannot be? Because as I said to you before, that the right triangle has one right angle and two acute angles, not obtuse angles here. So there is no obtuse angles in the right triangle. So of course it is no. Okay. So because the right angle has one right and two acute angles, of course not obtuse. Question number two, he said, can an equilateral triangle have only two sides of equal length? Why or why not? As I said to you before, that the equilateral triangle has three sides, yes, equal in length. So all of the sides of the triangle are equal in length for the equilateral triangle. So he said here, can an equilateral triangle have only two sides? Of course, no, it will be an isosceles triangle. So if he didn't say here only, can an equilateral triangle have two sides of equal length? I can say yes, but because he said only here, of course, no, cannot be. So this one is no, of course, because if it has only two sides of equal length, it will be an isosceles triangle, of course, will not be an equilateral triangle. Question 3 to 4, he said, classify each triangle by its sides and its angles. As it's shown here in question number 3, all of the sides are 3 centimeters. So all of the sides here are same. So this triangle is going to be named as an equilateral triangle because all of the sides are same. And look at the angles now. All of the angles 60, 60, 60, less than 90 degrees. And as I said to you before, if the angle measures less than 90 degrees, it's going to be named as, yes, as an acute. The triangle is going to be named as an acute triangle. So because there are three acute angles here. So because there are three acute angles here, so this triangle is going to be named as what? As an acute triangle. Question 4, of course, it is so clear. There are two sides are same here. There are two sides, each one is 7 here. So this triangle is going to be named as isosceles triangle because there are two sides are same, have the same length. Okay, what about the angle here? Just look at that box or that square corner. Of course, this one is a right angle. And for the right angle, or if there's a right angle in the triangle, that triangle is going to be named as what? As a right triangle. Okay. The next question, classify each triangle by its sides and by its angles. Question 5, of course, if you looked at the sides, you can find only two sides are same, which are 6 inches. And the other side is different, it's not like them, which is 3.1. So only two sides here are same, so this triangle will be named as an isosceles triangle. And it's going to be acute because all of those angles, all of the angles in the triangle measure less than 90 degrees. And if the angle measures less than 90 degrees, will be called as an acute angle. So because there are three acute angles in that triangle, will be named as an acute triangle. Question 6. Of course, all of the sides are different. All of the sides are not same. So this will be this triangle will be scalene triangle and will be right triangle because there is a right angle in the triangle. Question 7. All of the sides are same and all of the angles are less than 90 are acute. So this triangle will be called as an equilateral acute. So I want you to put in your mind something here. Every equilateral triangle, guys, is going to be acute triangle. So every equilateral triangle will be acute triangle. Question 8, only two sides here are same. So this will be isosceles, and there is an angle 110 degrees. And you know that if the measure of the angle if the measure of the angle is more than 90 degrees, will be called as an obtuse angle. So this triangle will be obtuse triangle and will be called as an isosceles triangle because there are two sides are same. Question 9. All of the sides here are different and there is a right angle. So because all of the sides are different, will be named as a scalene triangle. And because there is one right angle here, will be named as a right triangle. So it will be scalene and right triangle. Question 10. Only two sides here are same, which are 12 and 12. And all of the angles here are small. he didn't put for me the measure of those angles, but of course all of those angles are small. All of the angles of that triangle are small. So this triangle will be named as an isosceles triangle and acute triangle. And that's our lesson today. And thank you so much. If you have any question, you can text me freely on WhatsApp.